I'm going to do something today. If you followed me on the Blazing Five, I have a general rule. I almost always, in sports, pick favorites in college football. But in the NFL, I virtually always take points. And because my belief is if you can give me points and you give me like a good quarterback and points in the NFL, even if I get outplayed, I'll backdoor cover. So here we go. This an all-time first for me. Roll the tape.
That's a hot one.
Let's blaze it up.
Fire it up.
It's Colin's Blazing Five. Packers at Falcons.
Let's just in the last year. Okay, so Packers at the Falcons. Atlanta is -5 against red-hot Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. You got to take Aaron +5, right? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to take the Falcons -5. They are averaging nearly 37 points in their last 7 games, following a Week 11 bye when they cinched some of their offense up. And that's been against good defenses, Chiefs, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, and Panthers. They have a lineup with 2 of everything, Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu at wide receiver. They've got Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman at running back. They are deep, feisty on the offensive front. And Atlanta's defense is no better or worse than Green Bay's, but it's got an advantage. It's playing at home and is significantly healthier. And the best pass rusher in this game is Vic Beasley, who led the NFL with 13.5 sacks. So I get teams, if they were on a neutral field, I'd probably like Green Bay. But it's going to be the loudest Atlanta's ever been. Their defense is significantly healthier. And remember, Green Bay's defense, not great, is better at home. The Packers allow 9 more points defensively on the road. This is also a high over-under total. And what that means is it's the highest over-under total in NFL playoff history. And the more points that are scored, the more comfortable as a bettor I am giving up points. The over-under was 44. I'm not giving up 5 points. But this game could be 65, 68 points. I'm much more comfortable giving up 5 points. Green Bay may I say, have the better kicker and a pass-blocking front. But in this instance, healthier, home, loudest that dome's been, multiple weapons. I'm going to take Atlanta to win and cover 35-27.
Steelers at Patriots.
Here we go. I've never done this. For the first time ever, I will take both big favorites. I'm going to go New England -6. Listen, they're not bulletproof on the offensive line. They got a rookie left guard and a second-year center. And with James Harrison and Lawrence Timmons and Ryan Shazier stunting and blitzing, they could give New England some trouble. But LeGarrette Blount led the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 18. New England has the potential because of their running game with Blunt's power and Dion Lewis' shiftiness to get 7s, not 3s in the red zone. And the New England Patriots, I don't consider to be a great defense, but boy, are they efficient. They have held 7 of their last 8 opponents to 17 points or less. And here's the thing about Pittsburgh that would worry me. Their passing game is not the same passing game on the road. If you go to the home and road splits, at Heinz Field, Big Ben's 20 TDs, 5 picks. On the road, 9-9. Pittsburgh is not the same offense on the road. Also, last week, New England had a season-high 3 giveaways. That led to 13 Houston points. I'm going to go with that doesn't happen again. I don't buy into New England's defense being number 1, despite the ranking, but I would also say with Pittsburgh's defense since Week 11, it's supposed to be great. But they faced Cody Kessler, Tyrod Taylor, Andy Dalton without A.J. Green, RJ3, and Eli Manning in that one-dimensional offense. I don't think Pittsburgh's defense is all that, though they have a couple of really good stars. I'm going to swallow the points. New England at home more efficient, no longer rusty, will be able in the red zone with LeGarrette Blount and Dion Lewis to crack the end zone and get a couple of 7s, not 3s, against the Big Ben offense that is not the same on the road. 33-26, New England beats the Steelers and covers. So for the first time ever, I'm going to take Atlanta -5, New England -6, and I don't do that. I generally am not a fan of favorites, but I will say this through the years. Home field advantage and buys have a real mixed bag of results. Everybody thinks buys are great. You win the division. We've come to find out that often buys, like the Dallas Cowboys and New England Patriots, can hurt you in the first half of the first game. You're rusty. The Cowboys were rusty against Green Bay. New England was rusty against Houston. But by the time you get to a conference championship, home teams generally are more predictably great. That first round, even Peyton Manning got knocked out with buys in the first round. First rounds, buys are tricky. Dominating teams who have a bye have often not played an urgent game for 2 or 3 weeks at the end of the regular season. Then they have a bye. They can struggle early in their first playoff game like New England did. But by the conference championship at home, they're usually buttoned up. I think Atlanta and New England will play very efficient offensively this week.